Matt, obviously a difficult start, disappointing to start with a defeat, but certainly in the second half, hope that going forward it will improve.
Yeah, I think everyone knows first half. I don't think that wasn't us as a performance. I think first half, especially, I think out of possession, I think was a little bit too passive and showed them a little bit too much respect. But yeah, I think the reaction second half was a lot better. Showed a little bit more about what we're about. But you come to a place like this and you concede first, it's going to be difficult to get back in the game, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. But yeah, I think the reaction we showed second half was positive, obviously. But we know first half, and I think sort of after about 3-5 minutes, that's not really us as a performance, and I think we know that as a group. But yeah, it's a long season. I think we understand that it's frustrating and disappointing. But as I said, the reaction second half we can take positively, and it's a long season.
Could have been different though if your shot in the first 40 seconds or so doesn't hit the bar and goes in.
Yeah, I think it's moments like that, in games where, I think when we got into the final areas, I think we were nearly there at times. But as you said, if that goes in, it's a completely different game. For the fact that we conceded, and it's difficult to especially with a team like how they play in Cambridge, and they frustrated us for a lot part of the game. But yeah, as you said, it could have been a completely different game. But yeah, I think the start, I think we need to work on that a little bit.
Probably, something that's been talked about a lot, and probably will be talked about for the next 2 or 3 weeks, is just the amount of new faces, the amount of players, and even like yourself and Dan Kemp, who've been here a little while now, but this is kind of your season to kick on in the first team, as it were. Yeah,
especially, I think that's everyone's. We could look at that, and it's easy enough to say, that there's new lads coming in and everything, but it does take a little bit of time, and that's not an excuse, or I'm not, saying that's worthy of that 45-minute display. I think it's something that we knew going into the game that was going to happen. I think that was something that we knew was going to be said maybe if it didn't go very well, but I feel like we've got a tight group, and I'm sure that we'll react positively, going into next week.
There aren't too many League One players who are going to be hoping to spend part of the winter in Qatar, but of course that's a big target on the horizon for you in these next few months. Hugely important.
Yeah, I think anyone with ambitions of doing that, it's something. It would be an honour to be involved in that. So my sort of mind space is just sort of forget about it, and just try and play as well as I can, and whatever happens sort of from there happens. And we've got a long time and a lot of games till then. So yeah, obviously it's in the the long term sort of plan. But as I said, we've got to take game by game as a team, and also me individually. Thank you.
I suppose it's a frustration as well that there were so few chances in the game.
Yeah, I think we spoke about that at full time. I think we had a lot of the possession, but we just at times didn't really look like we were threatening, which is disappointing. But going into the next couple of weeks, that's got to get better. I think, as I said, I think we controlled the game a lot better second half. I think they sort of, obviously they scored and they sort of dropped off, which allowed us to get on the ball a bit more. But I think in them sort of, their sort of half of the pitch, I think we could have improved a little bit. But yeah, we just got to remain positive and move on to next week.
Is there anything you can put that down to, the lack of chances? Or is it just that they sat deep?
Yeah, I think it's always hard to break teams down, like Cambridge. But no, we're disappointed that we didn't create more chances. I think, the control we felt that we had in the second half, especially. It's disappointing, but as I said, it's a long season. We have got to keep positive, and I'm sure that it will improve, and yeah, looking forward to the rest of the season.